Santa Monica Studio is gearing up for the next God of War, showing no signs of slowing down. After Ragnarok dropped in 2022, devs has been mostly tight-lipped about what's next, aside from releasing a free story DLC subtitled Valhalla in December 2023. DLC also teased the Egyptian, Japanese, and Mayan pantheons by way of Tyr's weapons, but recent job postings suggest the God of War franchise is still a top priority. The studio is on the hunt for a quest designer, and while the listing doesn't specify the project, it's telling that the successful candidate must have a personal understanding of God of War dilogy. This strongly hints at a direct sequel, though there's also the possibility it could be related to a PC port of Ragnarok. Given that Santa Monica has primarily focused on God of War games, it's no shocker they're staffing up for another entry. However, it's worth noting the studio is also working on a brand new game, helmed by Cory Barlog. This mysterious project has been in development for around 5 years and is expected to be Santa Monica's next big release. If they're indeed launching a new franchise, it marks a significant shift for the studio, which has been entrenched in Kratos' mythology since the original God of War in 2005. Although they toyed with a new project after Ascension, that was eventually scrapped in favor of returning to their flagship series. The last time we heard about Santa Monica Studios' new game universe, it was all about a sci-fi setting with the action unfolding in space. But even if they're diving into a science fiction project, that doesn't mean the God of War series is going on ice. Ragnarok wrapped up the Norse saga, but with the sequel's massive success, the franchise is almost guaranteed to keep expanding. The fact that they're hiring for roles related to God of War could be a strong indicator that development on a new entry is about to kick off. Now, on its own, this might not seem like a big deal. PlayStation and Santa Monica are always filling positions across various projects. But what makes this job listing particularly intriguing is the specific requirement for a candidate who's well-versed in combat design, systems, mechanics, and enemies in God of War. This strongly suggests that the new hire will be working directly with the God of War team, likely on the next installment. When it comes to the plot of a potential sequel, the devs might just decide to start fresh, tossing Kratos and Atreus into the realm of new gods, specifically another pantheon altogether. It's worth noting that Santa Monica Studio originally planned to kill off Kratos in Ragnarok. Narrative director Matt Sophos and lead writer Richard Gaubert mentioned this in several interviews. The idea was for Kratos to end up in Hell, with the third game focusing on a more mature Atreus, whose main quest would be to rescue his father from the underworld. There was even supposed to be a 20-year time jump showing us an older, frail Kratos. However, the team ultimately scrapped this idea. What's more interesting is that, according to those same writers, they have plenty of ideas and even narrative concepts for what a third installment could look like. The most likely scenario? A new chapter with new gods. The franchise has already taken us through Kratos' Greek adventures, and then plunged us into Norse. Maybe it's time to expand the lore and give fans a God of War set against the backdrop of Egyptian gods. This setting is arguably even more hyped than Norse mythology, and with the artistic talent at Santa Monica Studio, the Egyptian pantheon could be stunning. Plus, the sheer number of gods, their conflicts, and the rich tapestry of myths could easily fuel an entire trilogy. Personally, I'm really hoping these crucial job openings mean something big is brewing. Perhaps we'll get God of War in Egypt. Stay tuned.